Hello everyone, my name is Ryan or M&R Productions and welcome to Ask M&R Productions episode 30. This is the series where I answer your questions, so if you guys have a question that you want answered on the show next week, go ahead and drop in the comment section down below after you watch the video and leave a like. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first question of the week. Dado Prime says, what's the best Lego set to have independently, not part of a collection? So I believe what he means by this is so I have a Lego Star Wars collection, so R2-D2 would be part of my collection, not independent of my collection. But if I owned a Toy Story set, let's say the RC car, that's a set that's on its own in my collection. So I think the best Lego set hands down to own without having any other things from the theme or it being a standalone set is going to be the Saturn V. It's just such a cool piece of history for both America and the world. I mean, it literally put the first people on the moon. It's really awesome. It's got the same number of pieces as the year it was launched. I mean, that's pretty darn awesome as well. And on top of that, it's only $120 for almost 2,000 pieces, which is a great deal. It's a massive model, a great discussion piece in any collection, especially if you're older, maybe you have friends over, whatever. It's a great discussion piece. So people will see it and they'll be like, oh, that's a cool Lego model. I didn't know Lego was like that now. You know what I mean? So definitely one of the cooler sets to have independent of any collection. Brock Productions wants to know if I'll be making videos over spring break, and of course I'll be making videos over spring break. I've actually uploaded daily for over 100 days, and honestly there's nothing I'd rather be doing right now. So yeah, I don't party or anything crazy like that, so I'll probably be here just playing Call of Duty and making videos like I usually do anyway, so that'll be my spring break. Noxious wants to know if I think Lego will be making any more Star Wars Rebels sets, since the Star Wars Rebels series is now over on Disney XD, and if so, what will they be? I honestly have no idea if they will. I haven't watched the TV show since the first season. I never really liked it, so I don't know if it's a popular enough thing even. I definitely think it's got cool enough ships in there. It's possible. I think there's no rumors yet for 2019. But I think if it's going to happen, it will happen January 2019. The first wave of 2019 is what we'll see, some more Star Wars Rebel sets come in. Because right now we have the summer sets that are coming out in August, and then we're not going to have any more sets after August until January. But we also are not having a new Star Wars movie this December, so they won't have any new sets from that movie to bring out in January. So I think Star Wars Rebels might make sense for January 2019. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing some sets then. As far as what sets, I have no idea. I mean, you guys probably watch the show more than I do, so you can come up with some cool ideas on your own. Let me know in the comment section below on the pinned comment what you think some cool new Star Wars Rebels sets are. Maybe I'll work on a set ideas video based off some of your ideas there. ASAP Animation wants to know what Star Wars video game I would like to see in the future. Definitely going to go with a remaster of the complete saga. I would love to see Star Wars episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all on my PlayStation 4. Literally those games came out for the PlayStation 2. They have skipped 2 generations now. It would be great to see them on the newer generation graphics. It's been over 10 years since those games have released as well, so they could totally go for a remaster, and I think Star Wars is totally still popular enough to sell tons and tons of copies of those, both to children that are just growing up now, maybe my 9-year-old cousin would be into something like that, and people like myself and people some of my friends that might be nostalgic about such a game that would love to go back and play it with the new HD, maybe even I bet they could get it in 4K on the PS4 Pro, Xbox One S, or whatever it's called. So I think it would definitely be worth it if they went back and maybe remastered the old Lego Star Wars games. That would be my preference for a future Lego Star Wars game. This will be a quick one. Robert wants to know what Lego set I regret buying. I think I've answered this before, but it's totally the General Grievous Speeder. This is just a terrible, terrible set. Don't buy it unless it's $15. It's Forever Lego Studios wants to know what my favorite Lego YouTuber, other than myself, of course, is. So it will forever and always be, basically due to nostalgia, it's always going to be Pizza Movies. Unless Pizza Movies comes back and just becomes a terrible person, which I don't think he'll ever come back, unfortunately. But Pizza Movies, just the stop motions back in the day were amazing for their time. I love going back and watching them still. It's just, it really gives me fond memories of what the early days of Lego YouTube were for me. It was just such a pure time, I think, and I really, really like his stop motions. If you guys haven't heard of Pizza Movies, I know he's really old now. Some of you guys may not have. I would definitely recommend checking out some of his 501st Legion stop motions. They were some of the most hyped up things back in the day. People were so excited for them, and I think there's 5 or 6 of them, so they're totally worth going back and watching. Ari McField wants to know if I want to see a shirtless Kylo Ren figure. So this is going to be number 2 on my list of future May the 4th figures I want to see, right behind Chrome Captain Phasma. I think a shirtless Kylo Ren would be just so funny. I think that would be, it would be Lego recognizing that the meme thing is real. Like memes are so big. Like it's hard to grasp that because it's on the internet, but memes are insanely popular. And shirtless Kylo Ren is a very, very popular meme. LEGO could totally capitalize on that by making it a May the 4th exclusive figure, because obviously you would want to put a shirtless Kylo Ren in the real LEGO set, but hey, it would be pretty cool to get a Jax Kylo Ren minifigure. I would love to see it. If LEGO did that, it would just be so cool to see LEGO like go to that level and make something that cool as like a meme for the May the 4th promotion. I would love to see it happen. Do I think it'll happen? No, but hey, anything's possible. Oak Avery wants to know, essentially, if I have any pets, and my quick answer to that is no, I don't have any pets. I'm not a huge pet person. I don't like animals. Like, it's not that I don't like animals. Like, I'm all for animals. Like, they're great and everything, but I'm not, like, an animal person. Like, I don't want to be around dogs type thing. I don't know. It was never my thing growing up. The only pets I've ever had were fish, and that's because they just swim in the bowl, or we had a fish tank, rather, but, yeah, fish are pretty cool, but I'm not all about it. I don't want a dog or a cat in here ruining all my stuff. I don't need that. Jay Finkel wants to know what LEGO Star Wars set was the most fun or enjoyable build. I think if you're looking for a fun and enjoyable build, and in my personal opinion, the most fun and enjoyable builds are going to be UCS sets, much like the UCS Snowspeeder and the UCS Slave 1 up there. Those are two of the more recent ones, and I find them to be excellent builds. They're both challenging and fun at the same time. They can get challenging at times, like not too challenging, obviously. Like at the end of the day, it's a LEGO set and you just follow the instructions, but it can get a little bit fun and a little bit challenging at the same time. I would definitely recommend, if you want a fun and exciting build, go for a UCS set, maybe some of the more expensive LEGO sets. Most of the cheaper LEGO sets are pretty simple to put together. You're not going to get any fun or excitement really out of them, like battle packs and the $20, $30, $50 sets, whatever it may be. But once you get up into the higher price range, you get into the more fun builds. Of course, it all comes down to personal preference on which builds you like better, but for the most part, I really do enjoy the UCS builds. I think they're really fun, really challenging. You see a lot of unique techniques that you don't see in a lot of the smaller sets because they are so big and they need different things to kind of support different parts of the ship or whatever it may be. So you also see a lot more unique parts, which is fun. Happy Brick wants to know my favorite LEGO play feature and my favorite LEGO minifigure head accessory. As far as head accessory, I have no idea. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's all just helmets from Star Wars. They're all the same to me. But as far as my favorite LEGO set play feature, I think that's a little bit more of an interesting question. So there might be a little bit of recency bias here, but I have a few answers. Of course, the first answer is going to be the Republic dropship with AT-OT. Unfortunately, it is completely behind all those boxes. It's not coming out for this video. I love the ability to detach the AT-OT from the dropship. Just one of the best play features in any LEGO Star Wars set, given it was expensive, but it's really cool. You also have the Resistance Bomber here, which obviously has the bombing feature to drop the bombs out of the bottom here. I believe all you have to do that is just push in on this back panel here, and the bombs will drop out one by one. Very, very cool play feature. You can do it just like they do in the movie. Very awesome. And then the other play feature that I particularly enjoy comes on the Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter with Hyperdrive Ring, and all you have to do with this is push on this little trigger here, and basically it releases Obi-Wan's fighter, and you just pull it out and away, and you're able to fly it away just like you would in the universe. Very, very cool play feature as well, getting that Obi-Wan ship in and out of this. I can't really do it with the way I have it oriented, but yeah, you can put it right back in really easy. Just folds in there, and then you push it again. You can pull it right out. Very, very cool feature, just like the Resistance Bomber bombs, and the ability to drop off the AT-OT from the dropship. Those are like my three favorites, at least out of the recent sets. Zach Helmick asks, if you were a LEGO for one day, what would you do? Oh, it's Zach Helmick. All right, we're skipping that question. Vivid username says, hey MNR, how much Lego did you get as a kid every year? So as a kid, the only times I really got Lego during the year were either during my birthday or Christmas or during the summer. Those were like the three main times. So obviously Christmas with Christmas, my birthday obviously with my birthday, and then during the summer, like we would go on vacation and my parents would like give us each like $100 to have to spend on vacation. I would look forward to this every year, trust me. And essentially what I would do with that $100 just buy Lego sets because I was like 8 years old. So yeah, that was pretty awesome back in the day. Really helped me get like a lot of my older sets as well, other than just Christmas and birthday. It's kind of like the third way I got Lego sets back in the day. I couldn't tell you how much I got. I got like all the 2006 sets at one point, and there were 10 of those, so that was pretty cool. But I did get quite a bit, but I don't know exact numbers. I Am Porg wants to know what my favorite TIE variant is in LEGO and in Universe. I think it's going to be the regular TIE Fighter in both cases. I think that the LEGO models have done such a great job, and they also really haven't updated any of the previous older TIE Fighters in LEGO, so there's that too that doesn't help. And then I just like the simplistic design of the original TIE Fighter. I think there's a reason it's so popular as opposed to like TIE Interceptor. I think Darth Vader's TIE Fighter is decent looking, but TIE Interceptor, TIE Striker, TIE D-Fighter, TIE Defender, there's so many different ones, but the regular TIE Fighter I think is the king. Lego Boy with a bunch of numbers after it says, drink less soda, it's bad for you, and to you, don't tell me what to do. Kylan wants to know what I think of the Lego architecture line. It's something that I think is a wonderful thing by Lego. It's another one of those things, much like the Saturn V, which you can get like just one of and have as a great discussion piece. I'm trying to look at my camera here. Right up there, you can barely see it, but it's behind next to the AT-AT. I can't point to it. It's the Eiffel Tower. I own the Eiffel Tower, the Lego architecture Eiffel Tower. I don't own any other Lego architecture sets, but there are some great ones out there if it's maybe your particular city that you like, or a particular monument that you're into. I know they're coming out with the Statue of Liberty, which is going to be a really, really cool set, and they're coming out with other things like Las Vegas. So there's more sets coming down the pipeline. They've had a lot of great ones in the past. So Lego architecture is definitely something you can get just one or two of to have as part of your collection, and it would really fit in or be like a discussion piece, much like the Saturn V. And we have our comment of the week here from Noah. He says, where do dead Star Wars birds go to get examined? The porg. Kind of like the morgue. Get it? Ha funny comment. I kind of like that one the first time I read it. It's not as funny to me, obviously, reading it like second and third time, but it was really good. That's a good one, dude. Mike Awakens says, would you like to see more UCS sets from the prequels? Yes, I would love to see more UCS sets from the prequels. That's something that Lego doesn't really do. Obviously, we've had a lot of original trilogy UCS sets more recently with the Snowspeeder, the Slave One, the TIE Fighter, had the Imperial Shuttle a few years back. So we've had a lot of original trilogy UCS sets, Hoth obviously, and then the Y-Wing is supposed to be rumored to be coming out in Cloud City. So Lego's obviously, and the Millennium Falcon, let's not forget. So Lego's capitalizing on the original trilogy as UCS sets. There's probably one main reason for that, and that's because the majority of buyers for UCS sets is likely adults. And most adults grew up with the original trilogy of Star Wars. So I think maybe in like 5 more years, it would make sense for them to do more prequel sets as UCS sets. But I think for the next couple years, we might not get many. I don't know. I would love to see them do something like the Venator. I know it's not as popular as an original trilogy Star Destroyer. It would just be really, really cool to see happen. And our final question comes from Nuclear Pineapple. And he says, what is your White Whale set? And for those of you who don't know, White Whale, and I see this term thrown around a lot on the Lego subreddit, essentially refers to something that you really, really want but don't have. And basically you say, oh, I got my White Whale. And so my White Whale would probably be like the Star Destroyer from 2002. That's just an amazing Lego set. Like, it's one of the best Lego sets. I remember looking at it in catalogs when I was a kid and just wishing I could somehow, some way gather $300. And I just could never do it, obviously, because I was 8 and 9 years old when it was out. So it was like, that's not happening. That's sad. So one day maybe I'll own it. One day maybe they'll re-release it, which I'm really hoping for, because it's a Imperial Star Destroyer. Like, why wouldn't it happen? Like, they're also doing the there's also going to be an Imperial Star Destroyer in the Han Solo movie. So like, maybe in like another year, huh? Maybe. Come on, Lego, do it. I would love to see it happen. Just please remake that one. So that would be my White Whales, like a UCS Star Destroyer, whether it be the old one or a remake. And that's gonna do it for this week's Ask M&R Productions, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you have a question for me for next week's episode, go ahead and drop in the comment section below and look at my pinned comment, answer the question that I left you there. Thank you all for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.
Where did you go? I don't know, but I ain't a rapper, so I ain't gonna rap.